So one of my first big efforts after getting the students mainstreamed into some of the classes within the high school was to figure out ways for my students to participate in school activities and clubs, including sports. Out of this came the idea that JT would become the manager of the football team. At that time, Walt Whitman High School was known for academic rather than gridiron success, but that didn't matter to JT. His job as football manager was to hand the players towels when they came off the field, and he took this role very seriously. In fact, every single player who came off that field got a towel, whether they needed it or not. Over the course of that season, JT started to go to away games just with his teammates on the bus, not me, not Anna Rudd with him. He often ate in the cafeteria with the football team, and at the end of the season, at one of the football banquets, JT received his football letter and his letter jacket just as everyone else on the team had received. These experiences impacted all of us in many ways. This was my first time moving outside of my comfort zone of the classroom and, unfortunately, onto the football field. It required strong support of his family. Rudd, I'm sure you well remember those cold Friday nights. I probably shouldn't say this in a church, but I seem to recall a flask being shared. Amy and Kate, Ann, shopping for cool new clothes for JT. I remember when the day he arrived at school in his new rugby shirts, jeans, and the first time he'd ever worn sneakers to school. It took members of the high school football team, not a group usually considered to be highly sensitive high schoolers, to support JT's success. It taught me the importance of making the effort, doing what I thought was right, and trusting that the community would be there with the safety net. It also raised the bar for me in terms of my vision of what was possible for individuals with disabilities. I learned I didn't have to be there 100% of the time to support students, and that others from the community, even football players, could provide equally valuable support.